We're back. It is the Medicine Show Radio Moose Mobile, your host Rob Ellen, and we have got an audience this time, which is news, not news to the audience, but it is definitely news to me and Pat, who just had a false start, didn't we, Pat? Thanks for sticking with us, and thanks to everybody for coming along. You're with me. I'm with Pat Kearns, and we seem to be in harmony with the technology because you're in Joshua Tree, Pat, and I'm in Helmsdale. How about that?
How about that?
How,
Worldwide, Scotland to the USA, the West Coast.
yeah, I wish I was in. I wish I was in Joshua Tree. Uh, and it was about
I
this
wish I
time.
was in Scotland.
I know. I kind of fed that line to you, but there you are. You'd hate it, man. It's freezing cold. There's wind coming in with rain behind it,
well,
and
let,
from
let me let me put a
yeah, go on.
caveat on all this because it's beautiful here this time of year. I
Yeah,
want to be back there when it's June and July here and it's
yeah.
115 degrees Fahrenheit.
Like the last time.
I could
And
definitely
the
use
last
it.
time I came through, well, the one and only time I came through Joshua Tree, and we met you on that trip. Uh, I seriously remember how beautiful the weather was. I mean, the country. It was. It's kind of like the Highlands in a way, and that it's extremes. Yours is extremely hot. Ours is extremely cold and wet. Yours is extremely hot and dry. Uh, but what everybody said to me was something extraordinary will happen when you get to Joshua Tree. And damn, we had 2 days there, and it was extraordinary. And I always say that to people when they get to the Highlands. So there is a land of magic. Would you agree?
Yeah, there's something here. I can't put my finger on it or tell you what it is, but I sense it when I'm here.
Yeah,
And when I was in Scotland with you, I like it was more obvious to me there because you see the things like the stone circles and just there's mystical things everywhere.
yeah,
But
yeah,
this whatever that thing is, it exists in both places.
yeah. There's a spirit about the place, and that's probably why the musicians all head there. And that happens in the Highlands as well. There's extraordinary people living in every glen you come to. Where you are, you have to be off grid and have to be off the road.
Yeah, well, I'm off the grid. A lot of people are on the grid out here, but yeah, we are off the grid, solar powered.
Yeah, and the solar power studio. And when I was there, it was just you were just starting to dream. Well, you were starting your dream to build this place three
Yeah, I
years.
think we broke ground at that point,
Yeah,
but there wasn't much here.
yeah,
Uh,
and you
I
were
know the
yeah.
yeah the
And
walls went up when I was in Scotland actually. So
look at it now. I'm gonna go find a photo and flash it up for folks so they can see this magnificent facility. And congratulations, 1 year old to just about a month ago, eh?
yeah, we did our first session on November 3rd, 2020.
Yeah,
We're like what November 17th or 18th right now,
yeah,
2021. So it's been the last year's been incredible. A lot of change.
yeah.
Uh, it just keeps ramping up and getting better and better every month, though.
Well, God bless you. I'm hoping that it's starting to fill up the diary as well. Let's talk about that in a minute. But just for the folks that might not know who Pat Kearns and his music is, have you got a song for us? I'm hoping you've got a new one.
I've got a brand new one for you. When you get way out here where I live, kind of where you are, the isolation and everything, it starts to inform your writing. And this is one of my new ones from the last couple of years. It'll be on my next collection of tunes that gets released. This is called Way Out on the Edge of Town.
That's where you are.
Yodeling.
And it starts with a yodel.
What'd you say, Rob? Did I lose you?
Yes, sorry, I just put myself off. Yeah, it starts with the yodel. You got me already. Sorry to interrupt.
That's all right. Here we go. Way out on the edge of town, where trouble's always hanging around, laying low so I won't be found, hiding out on the edge of town, past the last station on the highway side. I buy the sign that says no services, 99 miles. Way out on the edge of town, beyond the dump and the old dog pound. It's the first stop when you're rambling around. Way out on the edge of town, past the last station on the highway side. I buy the sign that says no services, 99 miles. Past the cows, the barn, the old milk farm, down the road by the wrecking yard. Take the covered bridge, get out of the car. Let's get lost finding out who we are. Past the last station on the highway side. I buy the sign that says no services, 99 miles. It's too dangerous for even freedom to hitch a ride. We're out in the cold instead of where it's warm inside. You're like you're like you're lucky.
Wonderful, wonderful stuff. We have got Pat Kearns from Joshua Tree, from Goat Mountain Studios, actually, in Joshua Tree. You're listening to me, Rob Ellen, in the Medicine Show Radio Moose Mobile, and broadcasting from Helmsdale in the Highlands of Scotland tonight. And thanks for joining us, guys. You can ask questions in the chat frame if you can see the chat frame at the side of your screen. Please do. Let us know where you are as well. That's always good to know. So, Pat, I'm going to show a photo of Goat Mountain.
Yeah, I just saw that. That was when it was under construction.
Yes, and I'm hoping that I'm trying to find I'm hoping that you're so busy there that you haven't had time to fix your website, because it's still under construction as well, isn't it?
Yes. Oh, yes. That is the truth of that matter. I haven't abandoned the website.
No.
But like leading up to us getting open, I was coming in here and wiring every day and soldering and everything, and then we opened, and I I got busy, and the website has remained in that status for a while.
That's
The
fine.
Instagram page, Goat Mountain Recording.
Okay, well, I'll maybe find that a bit later on as well.
Yeah, that's got some more updated pictures on it.
I'll maybe find that in a minute. But I mean, look at the setting. It's just extraordinary. You walk out into that every day. Is there anything
Yeah,
growing?
I live in the little cabin right next door, so.
All right. Wow. Is there anything? Has Twiggy Pop started a garden yet? I know that she was looking into that as an idea.
She's planted a few things, but the rabbits, mice, and pack rats and kangaroo rats have eaten everything that she's attempted to plant, including the cactus.
There isn't a lot to eat out there, so I'm sure that leaving some food out is just.
Oh yeah,
for all those
you plant some nice greens, the neighborhood goes wild.
I was going to ask, where is Twiggy? Is she around?
She is not here at the moment. She might be coming back in at any second, but she ran to town for a moment.
So that's going to take 3 days or something.
Yeah, it's about 25 minutes one way, going 60 miles an hour.
Yeah. Is the bar open yet?
The bar is not reopened yet. Landy's Brew is still closed. Yes.
How can that be? Hell.
I don't know. Furst Wurld is back open though, and doing shows. I heard a rumor, but it might be changed. But I heard a rumor that Jim Lauderdale was going to play there this Friday.
Hey, that would be fun.
Yeah, I wanted to go really bad, but I'm playing a house show at the same time.
Well, isn't that always the way? Well, I'm stuck in Hillsdale, so life's ups and downs for sure. But whatever happens, that will be a memory that will stay with Jim Lauderdale and everybody in that audience forever.
I'm pretty sure Jim's been there. He was a regular at Pappy's for a long time.
Yeah. And how's Bobby? I know he wasn't too well for a while there.
I didn't know about that.
Oh, he had a health scare, yeah.
Oh, no.
But that's good news that it's back up and running again. So that, for everybody else, is where Pat and I met. A mutual friend had said, well, if you're going to be in Joshua Tree, go and see my friend Pat Kearns at Furst Wurld. And you know how Furst Wurld, I explain it to people that haven't seen it. If they're a Star Trek fan, it's where the warp drive was invented. And I'm trying to remember what his name was that invented the warp drive. I'm probably talking to you straight over your head in that regard.
I'm a bit of a Star Trek fan. I grew up on the regular TV series.
It was the movie. I don't know that detail. It was the movie where they went back in time and met the guy who invented the warp drive. His name hasn't come to me again. And it just, when I pulled into Furst Wurld, it was like, this is where they invented the warp drive. Look at this place. It's like an art exhibition out in the middle of the desert, isn't it? It's an installation rather than a venue.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's funny you mentioned Star Trek. Star Trek used the Mojave Desert as a location for a lot. In the original series, they're out at Mormon Rocks. Captain Kirk is in a fist fight. I know they use Trona Pinnacles as well for some scenes.
Yeah. I'm going to see if I can find something that I set up here earlier. Because when you're talking about, I've got it. When you're talking about Joshua Tree and you're talking music, basically, a lot of people just go straight to Graham Parsons' Default. Is that an experience that you've found yourself?
Yeah, well, I got something for you. You're leading me into a song and you don't even know.
I'm shivering with excitement.
Yeah, well, that was my first. There were two things. when I thought of Joshua Tree, and there was Graham, and there was obviously U2 too with their album. Graham's interesting because he used to hang out here a lot, and he kind of introduced the place to a lot of people, including Keith Richards and Brian Jones, and,
Yeah.
that kind of whole thing.
Yeah.
But after I got here, I actually found out there was a musical presence that was much earlier than Graham and much more institutional to especially my neighborhood down here.
Okay. You're in Lander.
Because this fellow, along with Roy Rogers, this fellow created Pioneer Town. It was their movie set for the Sons of Pioneers and many other westerns
what a place
in the 40s and 50s. Yeah, Pappy's and Harriet's was the original, kitchen and watering hole, and it was in a lot of the scenes of the Sons of the Pioneers.
They still do a Wild West show every day at noon. I pulled in especially for it. Yeah. What's the name of the venue there?
There's Pappy and Harriet's.
Pappy and Harriet's.
Yeah. So anyway, Roy Rogers had a partner in this film studio, and his partner was Gene Autry.
Nice.
And I've been a huge Gene Autry fan since my mother gave me her record collection at the age of 3 years old.
Yeah.
Because that stuff was in there. And then one day I was out in the desert here, and I was listening to an old timer, and he played this song. This is a Gene Autry tune, and the tune just blew me away.
You're killing me, Pat.
It's so the desert.
Yeah.
And so I went and I learned the song myself. It's called Riding Down the Canyon. When evening chores are over at our ranch house on the plain, and all I've got to do is lay around, I saddle up my pony and ride off down the trail to watch the desert sun go down, riding down the canyon to watch the sun go down. An artist could never paint white-faced cattle grazing on the mountainside. I hear a coyote whining for his mate. Cactus plants are blooming, sagebrush everywhere, granite spires standing all around. I tell you folks, it's heaven to be riding down the trail to watch the desert sun go down.
I can't believe that. That's fabulous, Pat. Thank you. Gene
Thank
Autry
you,
on from the Medicine Show Radio Miss Mobile. I'm going to dedicate that out to my late brother Mark Allen, who was just about the biggest Gene Autry fan of all time. And I think Mark did everything he ever wanted to do in his life apart from get to Joshua Tree and see. Oh, sorry, what's the name of the place that they built out there for the movie sets again?
It's Pioneer Town. It's a whole
Pioneer.
fake town.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, and
yeah,
the venue there is Pappy and Harriet's, and
yeah,
there's a
yeah.
new
He
saloon
told me
up
all
there
about.
called the Red Dog.
Yeah, Mark told me all about that place and said you've got to visit there. And we visited there the day before we came up your bit, and he was right. It was built to house all the Hollywood stars as they went up. I mean, everything looks like a Wild West town, but behind it, there's bowling alleys and all the paraphernalia that anybody ever needed to stay out in the desert and still think they're in LA behind
Yeah,
this
that's true.
facade. What a place, man. Yeah. That's, and have you played Pappy and Harry's?
I have played Pappy and Harriet's. It's been a few years, but I have played there, and it was an experience. My friends, the Adobe Collective, brought me up there to open up for them, and Tim and Faith from the Adobe Collective
And they're great.
rounded out my band, and we still play all together.
Yeah. There's so much music, out there in the desert. I mean,
Oh, it's
I've been
incredible.
listening to some of your radio shows as well. It doesn't repeat itself. It's just one act after another.
I've been getting an amazing amount of submissions to the radio show. I do this show on FM radio here in the southwestern Mojave Desert. It's the
There's Yucca Valley, is it?
Z1077 local music radio show.
Yeah.
And I play artists that call the Mojave Desert their home.
Yeah. And you do. I'm going to play out with a solar session that you do as well, and you get them into the
Yeah.
studio and video some of the guys as well, don't you?
Yeah. Yeah, we recorded that session in the cabin that I live in. It was
Yeah.
before the studio was built.
Yeah.
That we
Are you
filmed it.
planning anything like that? And is the radio show still going? Apologies for not knowing that.
No, actually, the director, Joshua James, and I, we've been talking about expanding the solar cabin sessions over here into the studio.
Yeah.
But I've got Joshua wrapped up in about 3 other projects first in this album that I'm completing at the moment.
Cool.
We're doing a video right now, and we got to take some pictures. You know how it is.
Beautiful. So have you got all the songs for the album? Are the songs ready? Can you hear me? What happened? What happened? I tell you what we'll do. We'll just go to this and I'll play a track.
Brass buttons, green silks, and silver shoes. Warm evenings, pale mornings, bottle of blues. The tiny golden pins she wore up in her hair. Brass buttons, green silks, and silver shoes. My mind was young until she grew. My secret thoughts known only by a few. It's a dream all too real to be leaned against too
Hey, Pat,
long.
lost your audio, mate. Lost your audio in the studio.
All
Just
the
a message.
while I think she knew.
I'll let this video come back and see. All right, mate.
still dance inside my head. Her comb still lies beside my bed. And the sun comes up without her, it just doesn't know she's gone. I remember everything she said. Brass buttons, green silks, and silver shoes. Warm evenings, pale mornings, bottle of blues. Tiny golden pins she wore up in her hair. Brass buttons, green silk, and silver shoes.
Pat Kearns out in the desert, Mojave Desert, singing Graham Parsons, and back in the studio again. Did we get your audio sorted as well?
I don't know. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
All right, we're back. I don't know what happened.
Something's happening that shouldn't be, though. 2 seconds. Let's get rid of that. Yes. Okay, I think we're all back on board. Thanks for sticking with us, Pat. Thanks to the audience for being with us this evening as well. I'm aware of the time. I don't want to eat up too much of your day, and there has been 1 or 2 glitches, but we got there. And particularly thanks for the 2 songs that you sang. That was fantastic.
Thanks for having me. It's always a pleasure to visit with you and see you, my old friend.
And say hi to Twiggy Pop as well when she comes back.
I will.
Miss you both, man.
I will.
Briefly, what I thought we'd do is I did a video when I was there from the Joshua Tree Hotel, actually from Grand Parsons Shrine outside the room that he died in on that fateful day, and I'd tell part of the story because I went in search of it. It's up in the national park, just at the back of Furst Wurld, where the whole grisly tale unfolded up there. So I'm going to run that to see us out, and then I'll run the solar sessions. It'll give me a bit of time to line that up once it starts running. So before I take off and do that, just give us an impression of what the lockdown was for you. It seems to me it gave you a chance to actually get some work done and get the head down.
Yeah, actually, it ended up being a little beneficial for us. We were just finishing up the construction here, and the workload of wiring the studio and everything that goes to putting the studio together, of course, was larger than I expected, even though I've done this a few times. And just having that
So it looks like we lost the audio on Pat again. We lost the audio, Pat. Poor Pat. We've been beset with technical problems, which I'm assured will never happen when you go to
bring it back.
Hello.
You got me now?
Yeah. What did happen there? Don't tell me. It'll happen again if you tell me. I'm just saying technical problems are completely and utterly due to the Moose being involved and me being involved. It's nothing to do with the high-tech solar panel. He's gone. solar panel powered studio in Joshua Tree. It is Goat Mountain Studio. I'll just put this graphic up. Basically, all you need to know about Pat and the studio is down below. You back, Pat?
Yeah, I'm back. It's whenever somebody calls me on the phone, it cuts my microphone off. Somebody keeps calling.
Well, you know, that's business that's coming in. We won't stop that. We'll let you get back to business as well, Pat. I'm going to, as I was saying, I'm going to play out with the, if I can find it. There it is. Okay, so I'm going to set this up and play out with that little piece, and then we'll go and play the solar panel session.
Awesome.
And we'll do that with thanks to you for joining us there in the Mojave Desert at Goat Mountain Studios. It's Goat Mountain Recordings. So
Yeah.
all the very best with everything that's coming up, and I can't wait to get. I'm hoping to get a sneak preview of the new album. How far are you on with it? You got the masters done yet, or is it just in?
Everything is done except for one song that I'm working on now, and there's just a bunch of overdubs and mixing that needs to happen. It's mostly done.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
And a couple of videos, and then it will be. It'll be in.
I'll give you a sneak preview in about a week.
A week's all right. I can wait that long. We've waited 3 years, so I can wait that long.
It's true. 3 years since the last one.
No pressure, but that was a joy to be involved in the last. It's just such a beautiful piece, and it's stripped back, like the desert. It's just is the desert. Briefly, with the new album, what's the vibe? Is it a solo album, or have you got a band involved this time?
I have a backing band on most of this one, but it's still a lot of me. Yeah. I don't want to give away too much, but
don't give away anything.
Yeah, I think you'll be surprised, but you won't be surprised. It's a collection of songs I think that are some of my best, though. So.
Well, the desert suits you, my friend. It would seem.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, I think I'm getting along here just fine.
Yeah. Well, I look forward to the day that we can either renew the acquaintance here in Scotland, or I get to go to Joshua Tree and hang.
I think we should do both.
Do both. Let's try and do it next year.
Yeah.
Thanks again, Pat. I'm gonna take this and find that and share this. Thanks, Pat.
All right, this
Thank
is
you, Rob.
serious bucket list stuff for any country music fan. Brother Matt, particularly Joshua Tree. The Joshua Tree Inn. If you know your country music history, this is Graham Parsons' little shrine. And number 8 at the Joshua Tree Inn is where Graham Parsons, the country music angel that he was, departed. Well, he was no angel, but in terms of country music, says he changed the whole thing. Changed it all up, made it hip and trendy, and brought the California sunshine into the country music with the help of some other people. And look, we're at his shrine just now, prominently Buck Owens is there as well. So this is beautiful. This is really genuinely touching for this pilgrim. At least I've been to 1 or 2 predominant graves, and they're always sad places, sad departure places. Like Nick Drake's, there was the saddest little place, and just 1 or 2 little things left. But here, there's a celebration of artifacts and thoughts and just general vibe left for Graham. All little thank yous. So I've got a little offering myself. I put my medicine card there, of course. And we've had some corn in the mousse. So Joe thought that would be a nice little offering. There's some plectrums there, little polka plectrums. So I wonder where we'll put this. Something organic. There's some stuff in here. So yeah, we're in Joshua Tree, famous haunt for Graham Parsons, and basically the artistic fraternity of LA would come up here and take mescaline basically and expand their consciousness and pour that into their music. It's still got that spirit in this place. Okay, here we go. I think we'll just leave a bit of corn up there. Scatter a bit around. Some love from Scotland. There you go, Mark. Brother Mark, I hope you're watching. I'm going to sit over here and let you take in the view. Graham Parsons Memorial outside room 8 of the Joshua Tree Inn in downtown Joshua Tree, California. About 2-3 hours east of LA, up in the high desert. Extraordinary place. We're up in the national park. We looked out because the story goes that after Graham died here, he used to come up here tripping out with all his mates into the high desert, and they would take all kinds of mind expanding substances, and he and his tour manager, a fellow called Phil Kaufman, made a pact on one of those evenings that if one of them went before the other one, the other would get his body and take it out to a spot, and the spot is at Keys View, just north of I've forgotten the name of the rock. I've got photos. I'll post some photos. And at Keys View, the other would incinerate the body of the departed one. And Mr. Kaufman was as good as his word. He snatched, I don't know where the morgue was, but he snatched Graham's body from the morgue after he died in this very spot, and took it way up into the national park. And now there's a car park there, and there isn't anything to say that this happened at that spot, but the local knowledge is that in a kind of little hollow there, he and a gallon of gasoline, which was poured into the Graham Parsons coffin, he set about incinerating Graham's body as per his wish. And well, he wasn't too successful. I think it does take quite a bit more than a gallon of gasoline to cremate a human remain. So the rest of Graham was taken home by the family. Mr. Kaufman, I think, spent at least one night in jail. The police were out and about all over the place trying to track down the miscreant, and Graham's body was finally taken home and I think buried in Louisiana. So that might be for later on in the trail. Maybe we should go and find out where Graham's grave is. But this is a really touching memorial to him, and a fan thing. You'll see, and you can come to Joshua Tree at the inn, and I think the room is booked years in advance. I don't know if we can't get open or somebody an occupation there. But yeah, that's it. Graham Parsons Memorial, the place that he departed this planet before changing the face of country music forever. God bless you, Graham.
I hope you enjoyed that. Thanks for staying with us through that. That is some recollections of Joshua Tree, and thanks to Pat Kearns for joining us from Joshua Tree this evening, and a very, very nice session, although beset with technical issues. Let's see if we can change that screen, and that's me at the Joshua Tree Saloon, and a great bar in every single town all the way through there as well, just festooned with memorabilia of those days, and well worth a trip for any country music fan whatsoever. Let's just see if we can find the solar sessions. Yes, I can. I found it, and I am going to play that. We're off back into the desert, up to Landers with Pat and Guy. This is about the time I was going through there. There wasn't much of the studio there. They were living in this cabin, which was solar powered in the 70s sort of way. Since then, lots more happening.
So, Susan.
Yes.
Who is your most influential bass player?
No, you said you weren't going to do that.
All right.
Probably some caveman.
Who is your favorite member of the Velvet Underground?
Oh, well, I have to go with Lou Reed.
I knew it.
Yeah, you know.
I knew it.
Moving here, even when we had no plumbing, was an exciting time in my life. I'd probably say it was the best move I've ever made.
Even when we had no plumbing?
Even when we had no plumbing. Although I wouldn't go back. I'm glad it's over.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm glad we're making it what it is now.
Me too. We didn't have a refrigerator then either because our electrical didn't.
Not bad. That was a little annoying.
A 1, a 2, a 1, 2. Your path of a cross, ragtime Bob. I heard that he lives down that old road, past the Lone Star Ranch, and down through the wash. If you find ragtime Bob, you're surely lost. Bob can play the spoons, I can dance a jig. The full rising moon, pink and big. It's a country mile in some past life, and tomorrow's another chance to get it right. Buy Joshua Tree and some Mormon tea. Ragtime Bob's as happy as can be. Red tails ride thermals, ravens fly in lines, vultures high up in circles, waiting for the next to die. Past the Lone Star Ranch, and down through the wash. If you find me there with Ragtime Bob, you ought to stop. All right. That was great. Yeah,
That's great.
That was the best one for me.
Yeah.
You good with that?
Yeah, we'll just run it into part two. Thanking Pat Kearns and Susan Pat for joining me in for that session, Solar Sessions 2. We'll keep it going with the...
So George, who's your favorite Beatle?
My favorite Beatle? Probably John Lennon.
Awesome.
Was that the right answer?
There's no right answer.
The first time I came to America was in 1981. And I don't remember the reason why I came, but I think it was the music. I was attracted to American pop music.
We traveled through California and Arizona and Utah when we did this little tour in 2003.
Ah, cool.
We will play Water Lily and the Dragonfly.
That's the title. It's a new one.
Cool.
Yeah, that's basically we want to see how it goes here. Then we're going to decide if we record it. No, that was a joke. I'm pretty proud of that song, and it's going to be on the next record.
Come alive in the moonlight now, in a sweet midsummer night's dream. See the willows bend and the black reeds bow and the emerald water gleam. Been listening to the fairies till my ears were ringing and I had to wash it in the sand. I would listen with my tired eyelids. If you're singing, listen with the palm of my hand. And you go, I'll be your lovely water lily and you'll be my dragonfly. Oh, can't you see, you're surely gonna kill me if the pond runs dry. Tonight I'm gonna give in to the clatter of the crickets and the gentle sting of desire. One step away from the shelter of the thicket, one step away from the mire. You go, I'll be your lovely water lily and you'll be my dragonfly. Oh, can't you see, it's surely gonna kill me. Oh, you see, it's surely gonna kill me. You see, it's surely gonna kill me if the pond runs dry. I can't compete with you, and I can't fly. I'm gonna wither in the heat, wither and die. I'll be your lovely water lily and you'll be my dragonfly. Oh, can't you see, it's surely gonna kill me. You see, it's surely gonna kill me. You see, it's surely gonna kill me. If the pond runs dry.
Sons of the Velvet Rat, and out there in the desert with our good friend Pat Kearns. I'm wondering why it didn't stop. You should have done. You're with me back in the Moose, the Medicine Show, Radio Moose Mobile. Thank you, Pat, for your contribution to the harmony this evening. There it is again. We could go through them all. I might do that one night, actually. Pat does so much for the local music scene. Up there in the high desert, runs his own radio show, and is recording artists, local artists, but also internationally famed artists as a producer himself of some note. And as I was saying, it was lovely to have him with us. Okay, thanks again, guys. Tomorrow, what's happening tomorrow? I might not have anything on tomorrow. I'm just having a wee look. Calendar. No. So I might just have a day off. Or I might come back and play some videos, or somebody might show up and we'll broadcast them tomorrow. If you're an artist, this facility is at your disposal and can be deployed at a moment's notice. And I'd be very happy to hear from anybody that fancies doing a Moose session with us. Please do drop us a line, and this is where you can do that. Or on Facebook, or on the page that you're watching on now. Just ping me and we'll see if we can get you on. That was fun with Pat. So, I'm going to run the credits again and put up some more information. Thanks again for watching, guys.